Got the tractor all clean yesterday. Finished the rest of it up this morning. Had to clean the windows. I get the carpet clean. Now I got it dirty already. It's a problem when you clean stuff. And see it? I just had it power washed to clean. I walk in and it's dirt out there. It's wet. So we're gonna try to back this thing up to the cart, get it lined up, and see if we can get her hooked up and ready to go. Didn't take too long to hook this up. Big thing is getting it lined up correctly, and then usually takes 2 forklifts to do it, because this one I don't have a ratchet underneath it to hold it up. I had to use it on my other machine, so we'll just use 2 forklifts to get it in line and get it hooked up. Stop right there and see how close we're getting. So I got a little ways to go, plus I need to raise it up. I got my hoses dragging on the ground. Got this one in place, so I gotta have at least a couple people's worth of help here to do this. I gotta go find me a forklift, which I think there's one outside. If I was really smart and I turned my phone on, I could connect it with my GoPro here, which I should do, and I could back this thing up to right here where I need to be without actually having an extra person here. We're gonna set this thing right here and see how close I can get without hitting anything. Closer, one more foot. Not too bad. I believe I can put my forklift underneath here and lift it up and then slowly rock it back in position, and then I'll be close. It's not the easiest thing to do, but like I said, it works better with at least 2 people, one in the cab and one putting a pin in it, raising stuff up and down the director. Here's some more of our equipment. That's our new tractor, our 200 Puma with the Kinsey planter on there, 12 row. And our cultivator, which is older than the hills, but we never use it because we're all no-till. We have it out because we got some tile lines that we had to smooth out, and then some tree area that we need to smooth out, so, and some terraces we built. So and that's our 1245 early riser planter, 16 row, 15-inch inner row plant, so 31 rows total. 250 tractor. We bought that one last year. Bought it just shortly after corn planting season was done. I don't know what to say exactly what it was. I don't remember exactly, but something with the PTO brake or something inside back there that would run the PTO housing and all that. It broke loose or fell off or whatever, fell down inside of it and just shelled the whole back end out. While we were trying to plant corn and we just got started, and shelled that out when I was just about done with the field, and we had to take that tractor off. And thank God our dealership was able to get us another loaner tractor, and we used that one. And then when they told us what the bill was and we had quite a few hours on that tractor, we were like, well, I guess it's time to trade this one off. So that's what we decided to do, is trade it off, and thank God we did, because this one's worked out quite a bit better, more horsepower and go a little quicker through the field, and better technology. Our tractor had technology too, but you know, new stuff's nice if you can afford it. So we elected to purchase this tractor, which is actually slightly used. We bought it from it was a trade-in from K-State. K-State had tractors they were trading in, so we happened to get a hold of that one, which has helped us out. So we're gonna get this thing moved into position here. Well, we got lined up. That was pretty simple. Right over the top here, and get my camera to focus. Got a little bit of dirt inside of the deal. I don't know if it's a mouse or something packed some dirt up inside there, or something happened there, but we gotta get the dirt out of the inside before we can slide the pin in there. But gotta hook all these hoses together, the wires together, which doesn't take too long, and I gotta put meters in this thing. So we're in good shape. Didn't take too long. We got Kenny, our hired guy, to help us out. So be in good shape here in just a minute. I'm just ready to get after it. Sit in the cab, cover some acres. That's what I like doing. Watching my work grow. Get it done correctly. Watch everything pop out of the ground. Shoot for, like I said in a different video, we like to shoot for well over 200 bushel corn. Does it happen every year? No. Last year was an exception. We did not get to do that. Previous year, excuse me. Previous years we had over 200 bushel corn on majority of our fields. We had some fields that didn't quite make 200, but we were close. Last year we didn't. We had drought conditions. It didn't rain but maybe 4 or 5 inches on the whole farm and area, so it was pretty bad. On everything, even your hands. So lovely thing about grease. You need to carry a rag around all the time. Oh, we got that hooked up. Got to finish tightening the bolt down on both sides of it, and just about have this thing ready to go. Got probably 15-20 minutes of hooking hoses up. Make sure all the wiring and everything's correct. Sliding on gravel with this thing. Now I'm stuck on this gravel. Doesn't have any tires. I mean, they're smooth tires. And I'm going down the hill. This thing ain't made to be outside. The other one is, it's got a little bit more flexibility to it. This one doesn't. Gotta get my hands cleaned up. Great thing about grease. Well, this is our cart that we use apply our dry fertilizer in row. So we got a Striptill machine, we got the cart, we can apply, you know, blended products, straight products, however you want to do it. I got winch on the back, pull anhydrous tanks to me, so I don't have to back up. I can back up, but it takes quite a bit longer to do it. And I got a camera on the back of this thing, but it takes quite a bit of time to maneuver this thing and get it in the line. But I can do it. Done it before, but we got this winch on here, and we had it on there last year, and we're gonna use it again. Had it malfunction last year on one of them and broke the whole winch and broke her off the back. So the company was nice enough to send me another one, because I really like it. It's got 17,000 pounds of pulling power, which is great, because not that I need all 17,000 pounds, but when you got, you know, tanks that weigh quite a bit and you're trying to pull them over little bumps and hills and through the field and stuff, so it takes quite a bit of power. So there's the combines. We got two of them. They're a little bit dirty still. They need a little bit of a bath. They were 2 years of cutting flooded beans, and we finished with flooded beans and muddy beans. And so there's the rogator I was talking about yesterday that we bought. So these combines aren't brand new. Some people think they're all brand new just because we wash them up, make them look good. They're not brand new. One's got, I think that one there, which is mine, it's got right at, I think, 600 engine hours, maybe a little bit less than that. Separator hours are only about 150 off of that, so which is really good. And then that combine there's got, I think, 800 or 900 engine hours on it, and it's got about 600 some separator hours on it, which is pretty good. That one we used to pick our corn and cut soybeans with them. So I'm gonna go get me a forklift, make a little detour, show you this beast that we got parked in here that we'll bring out here as soon as we get done strip tilling, getting our corn fertilizer put in the ground. Been a couple years in a row we filled this barn full of soybeans. I would not recommend doing it ever. It is not fun at all. We get to use a vac to get them out. Obviously we don't have a concrete floor, so we had to put plastic down, and we use square bales lined around the outside and stack them up. We get about 27,000 bushel in this building here, and I would not recommend doing it because it's a royal pain in the ass to do. But there's this big ass drill. It's a 60 footer, 15-inch centers. I really like these Martin 20-point that we got from Needham. It's got the angle changers on here also, which do a phenomenal job. I hate to knock on Case, but their closing wheel that they have on there's a little rubber closing wheel that when they first came out with this machine, I told them it wasn't gonna work. And we had a 40 footer that we had for several years and put 12,000 acres on it, and there was several instances where we could not get the trench closed with the rubber wheel. Didn't matter what we did, how much down pressure you had, you just couldn't do it. And now we got this machine, and we elected to put the 20-point Martin closers on there, which do a phenomenal job. They flat close the trench in any condition. Haven't found condition yet that they wouldn't close it. We've closed it in sod, we've closed it in heavy muddy soil. So, and this thing is a beast. Takes a heck of a swath. Anybody pulls a 60 footer knows that they can cover a lot of ground in a little bit of time. And then when you got a commodity cart to go on the back of it, you can plant 300-400 acres at a time, you know, going 7 to 8 mile an hour in good conditions. You can cover a lot of ground. You can get about 55 acres an hour. So yeah, it's a good investment for us. It would help us get over the ground a lot faster, and that's what we've been wanting to get over is ground faster. The biggest thing was we wanted a 60-foot row planter that we can plant corn with and also have 15-inch row centers on it, but they say the frames are too heavy, or the row units and everything makes it too heavy for the frames and ruins them. So we've elected to stay with a 16-row interplant planter, and I'm guessing one of these days we get a few more acres picked up, we'll probably go to strictly a 24-row planter, so that way we can plant corn quicker. And we got two planters we plant corn with, but you know, sometimes the 12-row takes a lot longer than the 16-row does, obviously, because I got a few more rows I plant with. But at the same time, you'd like to be able to go to the ground faster, especially this year when our backs are against the wall already. We're already late planting. We're not late, but we always like to plant on the 1st if possible, especially if it's calendar date. We like to plant early. But this year, we're not gonna get to plant early. You know, we'll plant all the way up to the, probably the end of May. You know, we'll have good luck with that still, so. Here's a little more tour of our facility here. We got our bulk bins, seed bins, full of soybeans. And we got our grain elevator. We got 34,000 bushel bins. And then we have 200,000 bushel bins. And on a good year, it's not enough storage for us. Not even close. So that's why sometimes we have to use the barn. We don't like to do that. If we put up another 100,000, which we were thinking about doing, but obviously the commodity prices are down, so it's making things a little tight this year, so we just elected not to. This Meridian bin you see here is our shipping container. We're loading shipping containers to send overseas. So that's what you see is there. We're going to start loading here probably in June or July. It's ready to go. So it's all state calibrated and certified and all that stuff. So it's ready to go. And this is our chemical shed. We sell ag chemical and products. Every product that you need, we've got it. We can get our hands on it. We've also got bulk. We got packaged material. So certified and everything ready to go. So yeah, we're busy around here all the time doing this. We're delivering corn seed this morning to customers that think they might be able to plant. I don't know if it's right to plant because, you know, I drove over some of our ground last night just to see what the conditions were, and it's still really wet. And even when the top's dry, you knock the crust off of it and flake it back and see what's underneath there. It's just mud. So we're gonna wait, hopefully wait as long as we can to start applying anhydrous, because if you don't close the trench correctly and get the dirt to pack over the top of it like you need to, the gas comes up, comes to the soil, and you just see white strips right behind the Striptill machine, which is not a good thing. You're losing your fertilizer that you need to have in the ground for your corn. Take a little tour through the shop right here. I guess I should say seed warehouse. There's my cat. We call it Puss Puss, or Cat. It's got a friend in here. They were wild cats. That cat, not actual physically wild cats, they were wild. And that cat, they were hiding in our barn over there. The one I showed you about putting soybeans in, Mama had a whole litter of cats in there. And that one there, for whatever reason, wasn't very strong. And it was almost dead. We started backing the barn out and realized it was in there and started feeding it. And somehow, now it's our best friend and grown into a really nice cat. It was just a little bitty baby and almost dead. And now we got the cat back into good health, and it's got a friend that shows up. That cat we haven't touched yet. That cat is still skittish as all get out. It will run away from you like no other. But here's Puss Puss. Hi, Puss Puss. Say hi. Puss 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 Puss. Puss loves the pets. You gotta rub this cat down. It's your best friend. You get it really going here, it starts drooling. Right, Puss Puss? Yeah. Puss Puss loves hanging out in here. I hope it's getting some mice and some birds. That's what I'm hoping for. I know it's got a couple birds. I'm hoping there's no mice in here. I haven't seen any running around. But the other cat, we just call it Cat, or we like to call it, my son and I, we started calling it JoJo. We thought that'd be a funny name, or Pinky. If anybody's ever watched a video where the guy, like, this is an adoption of my cat, and Pinky doesn't like being on camera and bites the guy's leg and he screams, and they just let the cat run away. We kind of feel that that cat would do the same thing if it got a hold of you. So slowly it's working on getting its way, courage built up to get close to us so I can get some pets.